I'm here at the V&A Museum with French wine expert Gerard Basset as we're gearing up for one of the biggest events in the fashion calendar, Paris Fashion Week. Gerard's going to be telling us which styles of French wine we should all be looking out for this coming autumn. Now, Gerard is very much known as the sommelier of sommeliers. He is the only individual to ever simultaneously hold the Master of Wine, Master Sommelier, and the MBA Wine Honours. So it's an honour to have you with us today. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Now, we all know when we think of Paris Fashion Week, we're thinking crammed full of French fashionistas, but of course we'll be doing our part, us Brits, and we'll have our Brit celebrities there as well. In terms of fashion at the moment, a big designer name for us has to be Victoria Beckham. So let's start with her.
Victoria Beckham, when you think Victoria Beckham, you think glamorous, chic. So I think for Victoria, the French style of wine I would go would be champagne. I mean, very glitzy, wonderful wine, of course, with celebration, very creamy on the palate, wonderful character on the nose. Or if we wanted a red wine, I would take that to Burgundy. And maybe to have a Premier Cru, a Grand Cru, something like a Chambol or a Gevrey. And there we'd have a wine that would be much more silkier and very perfumed, very feminine.
Lovely. Who would have thought that Victoria Beckham and I had so much in common? And let's talk about Stella McCartney, obviously the daughter of a star, but certainly a star in her own right these days.
Yes, and therefore the French wine style, I would go for something cool and laid back. You know, Stella is very relaxed, so something maybe like a Bordeaux Supérieur, one of these red wine full of blackcurrant, not heavy, wonderful red wine. Or perhaps a Côte d'Or Village, something a bit rounder, with tannin a bit more integrated, and in terms of character, a bit more herbal, black olive, slightly spicy, peppery.
Talking of spice and great character, it would be wrong for us not to talk about Vivienne Westwood, the queen of the fashion world, and quite different to the other two.
There, the French style of wine would be very quirky, fun-loving, and there maybe I would go for a wine from the southwest, something like a white wine, a Jurançon. But if we take the dry version, it's very crisp, but beautiful citrus aroma, just a delicious wine. Or we could go to one of my favorites, the Vin Doux Naturel, the fortified wine of the Languedoc-Roussillon. And these wines have so much character, you know, wonderful nutty aroma. They can last forever. Things like Bagnoul, Rivesaltes, Mirval, they are just stunning.
So three huge names in the fashion world, certainly topping the polls here for British design. But we're not doing so badly when it comes to French fashion houses either, are we? Chloe springs to mind, one of my personal favourites, being run very successfully by a Brit, Claire Waite-Keller. Let's talk about Chloe.
Chloe, they're a bit more authentic and natural. So here maybe something like a great red wine from the Loire, a Chinon, a Bourgueil, quite lively, juicy. Or we could go to Alsace. There, one of the iconic wine of Alsace, a Grand Cru Riesling, and there we'd have something much more mineral with, again, a very floral, almost wild truffle on the nose. Just stunning, nice. Oh yes.
Very nice. Gerard, thank you so much. So lots of hot designers to keep an eye out for on the catwalk and lots of nice wines to keep an eye out for on those wine shelves.